Welcome back, viewers. Here's the review of some of the trade I took this past week. Okay, the previous week I didn't do the review. This was the USDCHF trade that I took that was analyzed and price hit TP, and after that, when price hit TP, there was a change of price. This was the last break of structure to the downside. Price came back and took at this high, and it signifies a change of character. And so after this trade, I took this trade. I took this trade. I took this. I think this was the first trade of the last week. This was the first trade that I took, which was Sunday, Monday during London time. When market opened, there was a gap, a spike up, and then price came back. I was in this trade. I took my tipping here, and I was out of this trade. Then every other thing going on, I started seeing price moving up, having a break of structure, and then protecting its lows. So I knew that this price is going to push up. When price go to this place and started doing the retracement, at first I came back here to set an order here, but later I closed. When I saw this massive push and I closed it, I wanted to see what will happen. And when I saw price rally here, that was when I got in, and I think my first take, my first take profit was around here. Yeah, 28. 28 was my first take profit. Remember that very day on the zone here. That was my first take profit. This zone 28 here on this supply demand. Remember I said I always take my profit off supply and demand, and this base I took my first take profit, and then the second one was here, and this was how I got out of the trade. So this was USDCHF for me for the week. That was what it was. So now this week for USDCHF, what am I looking out for? Like I said, USDCHF, when you check on the dailies, you see that USDCHF has been on a sell for a long time. It has taken out, or it's on the daily, it looked bearish. Price came to the zone and they did a retracement, which they just came to do the correction. 4 hours, now we can see a change of character. This was the last break of structure. Price came back to take out this high. This high signifies that USDCHF is going up, and so this is what I see for USDCHF. There is a clear direction, show that it's going to making an up move. And so what am I looking at? How am I looking to position for the week? For the week, I'm waiting to take a buy on this zone. I'm waiting to take a buy for USDCHF on this zone. So when I scale back to 1 hour, I will say this is the zone. I will say in 4 hours. This was the zone, and my entry time frame 15 minutes. You can clearly see this is the zone. The zone is here. So I'll be looking at to buy USD for the week. If I'm shorting it, I'm only going to short for a small peep, and I'm looking forward for a buy. I want all this liquidity up here will be taken out. So this is my bias for USD. For this week. Then we're looking at taking some TPs. Maybe if you have position opened more than one, you just manage your trade as price is moving. That will be TP1. This will be TP2. And here TP3. So TP2. So this is what I see. So I may on Monday look for a sell, a correctional move if I choose to. I don't really think there is anything really much for me, because currently there's a clear sign that there's going to be a reversal move for a short correctional move. This was the last break of structure here. Price came, took out this low, that was simply a change of character, and price came back, tap on it, dished out another break of structure. Pushed to tap on the zone very well. I think this is not tap on the zone very well. Pushed down again. This was a clear of liquidity. Pushed down very well. Tap on the zone, came back and break the structure. If it was a valid change of character, it was supposed to push up. It wasn't supposed to come down. So now, what am I sensing that USD is going to do? Market may open and they will spike up or tap on this place, push up again. Market may open like this, pushed up, come back, and come and tap on this POI. Everything I see here, I see a liquidity or a liquidity. Everything here I'm seeing liquidity sitting to be taken out, as simply what I see. And if you check very well here, you can see there is an FVG. So this made this trade for me as my A+ setup. So I will patiently wait for USD CHF to buy here. I will only take a counter sell move prior to, if this play out, I can sell down to this place to buy from here. So this is what I have for USD CHF for this week. Then let's look at gold. I did not look at gold last week. I did it. There was no catch on gold last week. For me, I'm seeing gold making a down move, although I would have loved for gold to have a push to this zone before making any drop. I would have loved something like that. Let's just look at 4 hours. In 4 hours, clearly you can see the gold. This is the last block of structure to the upside. That's what it has been. And ever since, price has just been ranging, touch the side, come down, touch the high, come down, touch the high. And currently price is on this zone. This is where price is. So let's see what gold is going to make a push or make another high, come to the zone, because before coming down, I see there are lots of liquidity down to be taken for gold. So I will just keep my hand crossed on gold and see what it's going to do. Then I took one trade. I mentioned I have up to 4 trades on my watch list. I took couples of trades. I think 2 trades on GBP AUD. This pair, if it's ready to move, it gives speed very well. But if it's not ready to move, it can play going up, going down, going up, going down. And then I only take this pair once in a while. Now let's look at on the daily. We'll see that GBP AUD has been on a sell for a very long time. Now when price came to the zone, when it came to the zone, it clearly gave a change of character. This was the last break of structure for a sell. The price came to take out this high. It was a clear change of character, and this was the zone that initiated the move. And so price came back to it. When you go to 4 hours, when you come to dailies, it looked like this zone has been mitigated. You just put your eye and price is coming to around this zone. But when you come to 4 hours, you see that there are 2 POI, and this was the reason why I have to use my, if you see, this is my fib retracement. I have to use my fib retracement. So when you come to 4 hours, when he was making the corrective move, I saw this move when the sell was just happening. Although I didn't take it, my focus was on USD CHF. I didn't take it. I only take this pair when I feel that other pairs are not giving me what I want, and I'm seeing a clear direction. That's why I take it, because it can play around at times somehow, and I don't like it as such. So there was a zone here, and this zone, this is a 0.79% retracement, which is a very good discount price. And there's also another one, and on this place there's still a liquidity here, an FVG. There is an FVG here who may give, there's an FVG here, then There's still another POI, but this POI here is more or less like 100% retracement. And so when price came to this place, and I started looking at what's going to, I think I went to 1 hour. I started seeing how price was playing around, being the price has tapped on this zone. And so that was why I said, okay, I took this trade. Although there was no clear change of character, even in 15 minutes, I took this trade. I think it was more of an aggressive entry. So because I got in here, I got in here. Let me take it down to my 15 minutes. I got in I got in here when this price was just 3 and this was going up. So I took it. But unfortunately, after putting little profit, it came back and took at the high. So and price made a massive move down. Take it, and this pair is one pair that likes to clear liquidity a lot. It likes clearing liquidity. So when there was this change of character here, this was a share when they pushed up, there was a change of character here. And I saw this, I felt okay, they're gonna come and tap on this zone. So but price came, I was in profit. Price came when I saw this rejection that they are going up, I have to close the position. So I was just looking at them. When price came to this place, I got in again. When I got in on this trade, yeah, I think I got in at the end of NY on Monday. At the end of NY on Monday, yeah. It was just playing around and playing around. I woke up in the morning Tuesday, price was somewhere here and it started coming down again. When I looked at it, has moved like 30 pips and it's coming back again. And that very Tuesday, I'm going to be very, very busy. That I'm not going to have time for chat. I have to just come out of the, I have to put it on break even. I put it on break even. And so the next time I saw that price came, took out the break even and came and pushed up and made another break of structure, and this was supposed to be my TB1. So meaning that if my was not taken out on break even, maybe I would have closed because I wouldn't have kept this trade over the weekend. I would have closed around here. So that's what it is. But for me on this pair, I see them pushing up. Yeah, that's my bias for GA, GBP, AUD. I see them making an up move for this week. That's my bias for. So they may just market may open with something like this. May open with something like this, and price will come and tap on this place. Then I'll start moving up. That's what I'll see. But I'm not really going to pay attention on this. I'm not really going to pay attention much on this because this week I'm going to be somehow busy. So I will only focus on USCHF. So this is what I'm saying for GBP JPY. And so this is all I have for gold. I'm just going to watch what gold is going to do, but I know that gold has a lot of liquidity down. I expect gold to push down. And for GA and USCHF, I'm expecting a buy move for them. I have my eye on USCHF. I'm going to buy USCHF. So that's what I have my eye on for the week. I'm looking forward to taking an execution on 0.7805 with a stop loss of 0.7787 and waiting to a move of 1 to 15 risk to reward ratio, which is going to be a swing trade, just like I told you. If you're taking this trade with me, you're going to have a different places of TP. This is going to be TP1, this is going to be TP2, and you can just let the one run and close later, close TP3 here, or wait for it to come to the zone. So this is my bias for the week. So I would like you to subscribe, like, and share. See you in my next video. God bless you.